Recently, there is a stock in Malaysia shoot up more than 100% in this year 2023 alone. Hey guys, it's Shrai, your investing friend. I know many of you has been asking me to talk about Cypark. Hana, here you go. Retailers and local institutions like EPF, ASB, this fund and that fund, they love Cypark a lot. This is because Cypark is in the renewable energy business, very ngam with ESG team. And also before COVID, Cypark's revenue and profit very keng one. They managed to consistently achieve revenue and profit growth of at least 10%. Okay, so now what is Cypark's business actually about? Basically, Cypark build power plants and sell electricity to Tenaga. Currently, they have successfully built 1 waste-to-energy project, 3 solar power plants projects, and other small projects I didn't mention here lah. All the projects that Cypark successfully built are build, operate, manage, transfer projects. Means that for every project, Cypark will earn construction profit when they build and electricity sales profit when they manage and operate. And when the contract ends, they will need to transfer the project to their customer. So now you understand their business model already or not? If my explanation is good, hit like and subscribe. Okay? If you have been following news about Cypark, you will notice that there are many delays in Cypark's projects. For example, the waste-to-energy project that was supposed to be completed in early 2018, it was delayed for 5 years until late 2022 only they complete. Then now, another delayed project is the floating solar project in Kelantan. It was supposed to be done in December 2021. But it was further delayed multiple times until now it is rescheduled to be done in May 2023. The delay in projects will cause 2 things. Number 1, the cost of the project will overrun. Number 2, electricity sales period is shortened. For example, the waste-to-energy project that was delayed by 5 years, the actual cost is higher than the budgeted cost by more than 2 times already. The budgeted cost for this project is originally at 300 million ringgit, but now the actual cost for this project is more than 700 million ringgit already. Since that the actual cost is higher than the budgeted cost, means that Cypark has to borrow more money to fund the project. Because of this, their loan interest also increase. Now that the loan interest cost increase a lot, the company's money that was earlier reserved for the construction will now be utilized to pay the loan interest. Then another problem, who is going to pay for the construction? So what Cypark do now is they need to raise more funds through private placement to fund the construction. And they didn't just do it for 1 time, you know. They already did private placement for 4 times in recent years. We simply look at their outstanding shares this year. Then you will see the heavy dilution in their shares. Basically, Cypark share price have been diluted for more than 2 times since 2018. Now do you see the problem that projects delay bring? So just now I said that the contract will need to be transferred to their customer once the contract ends, right? Means that for every contract there will be an ending time, and the ending time is already stated down in the contract. So if Cypark face delays in the construction of power plants, the period for them to collect electricity sales will shorten because they still need to transfer the project according to the ending time of the contract. And because the period of electricity sales is shorter, means that it is harder for them to recover the cost they invested into building these power plants, and they might face losses in the long run. They say numbers don't lie. All the problems that I said just now, it is stated in Cypark's financials. If you just look at their revenue and profit, you might think that Cypark is doing well. But if you dig deeper, it is a totally different story. Maybe many of you has already know Cypark has very high receivables and very low or negative cash flow. In simple words, Cypark is very palia in collecting money from their customers. When Cypark build the plants, they recognize the construction as their revenue and profit now. But Cypark very dapat. They let their customers to pay a 2 to 3 year power plant project in 20 years term. Meaning the construction revenue profit, they recognize it now, but they collect the money in 20 years. Also, the electricity sales, they also collect in 20 years. But all the costs, they need to pay it now using their own money. This is why their receivables are so high and their operating cash flow is so low or negative. By the way, just to help you understand this annual report accounting terms better, intangible assets is basically their revenue due from construction stage, and contract assets is basically their revenue due from electric sales. Actually, all the things that I said, the market also know already. That's why the share price for Cypark has collapsed 54% from RM1.75 in 2019 to 80 cents in early 2022. The share price dropped another 65% and hit its historical bottom at 38 cents after EPF officially broke up with Cypark and sold so much of Cypark shares to no longer a substantial shareholder of Cypark anymore. But how come the share price can rebound 300% more to this point in half a year? Is there any changes to Cypark? There are two changes. Number one, Cypark has successfully turned their operating cash flow positive, possibly because they no longer bid for new projects. Either they become pandai already or they bully to bid for more projects. But it remains to be seen if they can maintain their positive operating cash flow. Number two, there are 3 new substantial shareholders. The first one is Mr. Chong Chi-yang that has become the largest shareholder in December 2022. Then, Jayco Group became the largest shareholder in January 2023, subscribing to Cypark's another private placement. Lastly, Soxo has also emerged to become a substantial shareholder in February 2023. FYI, Jayco Group is the largest textile retailer in Malaysia and is now diversified into property development. They said they become Cypark shareholder is because they want to prioritize ESG principles in their business, so Cypark could be a good business partner. But you know I very kepo one ma, so I went to dig more about Jayco lo. Then I realized Jayco Group MD did the same SOP to Sardinia innovator Berhad by subscribing to their private placement in 2021, saying that they want to go green wall. Sardinia's share price also shoot up after that, and now Jayco already sold out and is no longer a substantial shareholder of Sardinia anymore. Right lah ha. In short, there is no real changes in Cypark's business, just change in shareholder only. So the strong share price rebound, is it char kway teow goreng? Okay, story ends here. Now time for things that I like and don't like about Cypark. Very hard to think about things that I like. There is some positive signs since their cash flow turned positive already. So we should monitor and see if it is sustainable lo. At the end of the day, Cypark is still in the renewable energy business ma. Since government is still pushing to go green, maybe they can ride the wave and benefit a little bit from it. Woo! Things that I don't like about Cypark. A lot, yeah. Number one, the founder of Cypark is reducing his shareholding and cashing out his shares. Number 2, Cypark's auditor resigned in October 2022. Number 3, Cypark changed their financial year end from 31st October 2022 to 30 April 2022. This signals they may have problems submitting their annual report. Number 4, even when Cypark is facing all these problems that I said just now, Cypark still want to issue so many ESOPs to reward the management team. Number 5, which is also the biggest thing that I don't like about Cypark, which is their bad time management and cost budgeting. To make things worse, their business model whereby they collect their money in a very long period of time will trap them in this fundraising cycle and cash flow problem. That's all for today's video. Stay safe and stay strong investing. We will see you in the next video.